So all four semi-final spots for the UEFA Champions League have been booked, with Inter Milan and Manchester City completing the bracket. Earlier on Wednesday, Inter and Benfica played to an exciting 3-3 draw in their second leg fixture. Here are those highlights.
And it is Benfica in the red and white who get the game underway, kicking from right to left. Edin Dzeko winning the header. Otamendi trying to wrestle Dzeko off the ball. He's done that, but Lautaro Martinez has it. Barella, Martinez, Barella looking for curl. Brilliant.
Right. Dzeko does well to win the ball. Martinez sets him up a couple of times, and this is where he creates his space, chopping it back from his right foot onto his left, and the goal opened up for him. And the goalkeeper.
You're talking a long time ago now. 61 and 62. Here's Edin Dzeko with the clip cross. This is Lautaro Martinez! And it won't count.
And he just lifts the ball to the far post. Here's the little shove in the back. There it is.
Yeah. He needs something before half-time. 8 minutes to go to the break. Curled in, and there it is! Brilliant goal! Fredrik Oshnes with the header.
Well, could there be an offside as the ball was played? I don't think it was. Darmian. Well, first of all, Cherby goes too far across. That means Darmian goes across to Ramos, and he leaves Auschnitz free, and it's a good header. Rafa Silva, no surprise, he plays the ball in. No chance for Onana.
Di Marco, Dumfries is away on the top of your screen with his hand raised. Mkhitaryan's done well. Di Marco, yes! Lautaro Martinez for Inter.
They switch the play out to Di Marco. Good combination with Mkhitaryan, and you can see he's onside. Great ball into the box. Well played, Di Marco.
Dumfries here. He's done well. Lautaro Martinez is in the middle. Di Marco wants the pull back, gets the pull back, and hits the shot straight onto the head of Antonio Silva. Bastoni making a run outside him. Instead it goes into Correa, works the space well and scores a brilliant goal. He's only been on the pitch for a few seconds.
And now surely Inter know they're through.
Smashed the face of Onana's post and is fouled here by Gosel. So it's going to be a free kick to Benfica. Just looking for some pride, really, and they've got one back. Shelder, Grimaldo taking on Brozovic, beating Brozovic. It's deflecting, and on the turn it's in. Well, they have through Petar Musa. But Petar Musa, the Croatian, with the goal, which means that on the night it's 3-3, but it's Inter who progress.
Yeah, so for the last 10 minutes, Benfica reminded us of how strong they were in the group stage when they were just among a handful of teams that played undefeated. And remember their 7-goal win on aggregate over Club Brugge in the round of 16. And in the last 10 minutes today, we were reminded that Benfica was a real threat. But Leger Williams joins us to review what happened today in that match. And Ricardo, Inter holding on for the 5-3 win on aggregate. But that was a thriller, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But I think Inter were really in control for most of the game. They exhibited their dominance over Benfica from early. Benfica were always going to come out and they were going to try and play some quick football, try and get some early goals to unsettle Inter. And Inter showed some of the football that they showed from last season. They were really calm in possession. Their back three was really stable. Brozovic dropped in to create a diamond, and from that point onwards, it was just all about winning the duels, as they did here for the first goal. And then they have the quality to finish off teams, and Nico Barella is one of those quality players that they have. And as I said, they just exhibited their control, they exhibited their quality, and Inter Milan, I think, are very deserving of a semi-final spot. And it's just unlucky for Benfica.
Yeah, high quality performance from Inter, and up to this point they must be satisfied with their foray in the UEFA Champions League at the moment. But is this where it ends for them, or can they grab for more?
I think they can grab for more, because the game against Milan, AC Milan that is, it's there for the taking. It's a Milan derby, 2 Milan derbies over 2 legs. They'll be looking to get one over their rivals, their fiercest rivals. So that game is going to be extremely intense, both of them. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sure they are as well.
Yeah, and well, the Italian Serie A derby there that we will see. But given what you have seen from AC Milan, what are your thoughts on how this matchup is setting up for these two teams?
Just based on how they have been facing each other the past couple of seasons, this season as well, it's a tight one. It's really tight. There isn't much to differentiate both teams. I think it's just going to come down to not necessarily who wants it more, because obviously both teams want it a lot, but it's just going to come down to which individual quality or which team has individual quality to shine through. Maybe Inter are going to then be relying on Romelu Lukaku in certain moments. We're going to see if AC Milan, if Rafael Leao, if he can continue to shine in this competition as he has been. It's going to come down to very fine margins, I think, that time.
Yeah, and how disappointed would Benfica be at the end of the road here?
I think they'll be really disappointed, because theoretically I think they are the better team. I think they're the better team than Inter Milan. I think they were... maybe a bit of complacency was brought in, but Inter just seemed to want it more. They won a lot of duels over both legs. They defended more stout. It wasn't a normal Benfica performance. They didn't create the number of chances that they usually do. So I think they'll be disappointed, because I feel like they could have gone further, and on this side of the bracket where they would have had to face either Napoli or Milan, I think they could have fancied themselves to even get to a final, but their curse lives on.
Yeah, where do you stand on Lautaro Martinez? A big game today for Inter Milan, but as an Argentine international, there are mixed feelings about him.
There are mixed feelings about him even at club level as well. He just tends to score goals. I don't want to say glory hunter goals, the ones where you're already up, and obviously his goal proved important because Inter went on to score another, and Benfica came back to score 3. So it was important in the end. But Lautaro Martinez, I think, has all the capabilities of being a good striker, but I don't find him to be extremely reliable. I wouldn't be surprised if many people all across the world share those sentiments as well.
Yeah, well, he's only 25 years old. Do you think the best is yet to come in his career, or do you see him as a player who will just be in and out as you have described him so far?
Well, Sir Lance, I hate to bring them up in this discussion, but I'm an Arsenal fan. That means that I grew up watching Arsene Wenger, and the professor once said that from players are 16, they don't get that much better technically. Yes. It's all a mindset thing.
And you believe that?
I definitely do.
Yes.
It's just more of a case of them. Obviously, you're going to get refine certain things, but you're not going to necessarily become that much better of a player.
I know. Take someone like Benzema. Is Benzema not a more mature and influential player now than he was 8 years ago?
Yes, but he was just as skillful as he was 8 years ago. He's just, when you get older, you refine what you do.
Yes.
You as a journalist, you're always a good journalist, but with experience, you learned how to refine, say certain things better, do certain things better. So it's a similar thing as a footballer.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Ricardo wants to comment. I see him giggling.
I don't. I really don't. Well said, Lige.
So Ricardo, you're past 30. You will never get any better than you are.
No, he never said that. Technically. So he's speaking about the technical aspects of the game now. But there are other aspects that you get better at. You read the game better.
Yeah.
Quite likely. So getting into positions, you understand where you need to be earlier and so on, and those things make a significant difference. With the journalistic analogy, you have more contacts. So you can pick up the phone and call certain individuals. Lance, you can call the Prime Minister of Barbados and she'll pick up the phone. I can't necessarily do that. Lige definitely cannot do that. So that's what Lige is trying to say.
Okay, let's move on. The English Premier League title chasers Manchester City travelled to Germany to face Bayern Munich. And remember, they had a 3-goal advantage heading into this second leg. The task was clear: keep the advantage and advance to the semis. This is exactly what the Sky Blues did. Here are the highlights.
Let's get the game underway. Bayern Munich 3-0 down from the first leg, with support from Coman. Took on Ake and beat him. Stone's header away. Coman goes again. He's got the run of Ake. He's pulled it back looking for Choupo-Moting. Bernardo Silva will drop back to get it away. De Bruyne got it across, and Sommer did well to hold.
Lucky, great player initially from Bernardo Silva.
And here's Sane, and he's got the big chance, and he's not taken it.
He knows the goalkeeper's coming out. He does it right in terms of trying to dink it over the top of Ederson. Has a little look at him, but he knocks it wide of the...
De Bruyne, Haaland, and Haaland is bumped to the floor by Upamecano. Just about to enter the penalty area, and the referee has got the red card out. Look at Haaland's reaction.
I just wondered if he's offside.
And this is formal.
Yeah.
It's Sane, and Ederson had to make 2 steps across and dive. Gundogan, he's got time and room. Sommer saves.
Penalty.
And what's the referee done? He's called it back, and he's given a penalty. And Upamecano, having had a red card rescinded earlier on in the game, has got a yellow now. Haaland. Oh! He wasn't of the right mind that time. Haaland made it difficult for Stones. Coman. Sane. The feet are dancing. And now it's Coman. De Bruyne. Grealish will get there. Look at Haaland. Grealish plays it through. Haaland is through.
Keep going.
Look at De Bruyne's reaction. Here's De Bruyne. Haaland. Upamecano is on his backside, and Haaland is through, and he's not going to miss another chance.
De Bruyne takes great care to roll it to the centre forward. Upamecano slips, and this time, as you rightly say, Guy, he buries it. He concentrates, he focuses, and he's not put off by anything this time.
Youngest Champions League winning coach, 38 when he first did it. One of 6 people to have won it as both a player and on the touchline.
I mean, that was a shot on target. Look, this one comes up from this sort of close range. It hits Akanji's foot and then hits his hand. I mean, if that's given, then honestly.
Now the chance to level it on the night for Bayern. We've already seen 1 penalty missed by Haaland. Kimmich hasn't missed. Straight down the middle. Well, it was more than half won in the first leg in Manchester. The job completed in Munich, with Manchester City having to suffer seeing their great man up front miss a penalty before scoring the goal that increased the lead. And then Bayern back with a very dubious but well-dispatched penalty from Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah, a mountain to climb for Bayern Munich today. They weren't able to climb that mountain. Erling Haaland looked human today, Liz. He scored, and Man City got the result they needed. But as an Arsenal fan, you'll relish the narrative that Haaland looked human today, although he did score.
Yeah, that is the operative. That's the operative part of what you're saying. He did score. It's very difficult to stop him from scoring. He did so in a very convincing manner as well, against one of the supposed best young defenders in the world. So it's going to be a difficult task for anyone to stop him, but let's just see how that one plays out, because we're talking about the Champions League now.
Yeah, I know we're talking about the Champions League, but Man City a step closer, and because of Haaland's presence in the Man City team now and how unstoppable he is, a lot of Man City fans are feeling that this is their year. So as we move into the semis now, do you think they could be right?
I think so, because I was never of the notion, a lot of people always say, no, Pep is a failure, this, that and the third, because he wasn't winning the Champions League with the team that he had. He spent all this money, have all these great tactics, blah, 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 right? However, when what Pep was developing was all for sustained league success, he always needed this player, this decisive player in the final third. You don't bring in a player like Haaland to continuously win the league. They could do that before. You bring in a player like Haaland to win the Champions League. You need those decisive players in tight moments when you're playing against the top teams and you just have 1/2 chance for all the game. Mm-hmm. Not that City will only get 1/2 chance, but you only have 1/2 chance, and you need someone to score it. Haaland will do that.
Yeah, quick one. Yeah. Pep Guardiola, does he need to win the Champions League with City? We know he wants to, but does he need to win the Champions League with City?
To do what exactly?
You tell me.
I think the answer is yes, though.
You have asked a very specific question. If what is very specific, I'd say they're kind of very specific.
What do you think that very specific question is?
If you're asking me, does he need to win the Champions League to be regarded as one of the best coaches of all time? No. Does he need to?
Is there anything he needs to win it for?
Need? No.
Should he want to do it? That's all I'm asking.
Should he want to do it? Yes, because, you know, just for legacy purposes. But I don't want to get into some long-winded discussion about...
Lance, the answer is no.
Yeah,
it was a simple question.
I think the answer should have been yes, but I guess we can talk about this at some other time.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
I'd love to have this debate sometime.
Break time. More to come on the SportsMax Zone after this.